Center with Unique Products, and thank you for joining us on this webinar. I'm really extra excited about today's webinar because it's featuring my friend Karen, who I met recently in Vegas, who has a little bit to share with you about how Unique has changed her life, how attending that one event that we had in Vegas has changed her business, but then she's also going to share a little bit about the 100 No's program and how that has helped and changed her business. And then when Karen is done sharing, I'm going to give you some tips and I have a book here to recommend for you to read. And so just make sure you have a pen and paper handy. Also on the right-hand side of your screen, hopefully if I did it right, there is a place there that you can post a question. So if you have any questions, feel free to post there, and I will answer those maybe toward the end if we have a little bit more time. So without further ado, I want you all to meet my friend Karen. I want to share real quickly that a couple months ago, I'm actually having a brain freeze on exactly when it was, but some Black Status presenters and I went to Vegas and we hosted a big training. And Karen drove up, and she'll share a little bit about that with you, but she came from a distance to attend that training. And during one of my moments where I was training, I was speaking, something just, I can't even really explain it, but something just told me to just call on her and ask her if she would just share a little bit about who she was and her story in front of the room of about 200 people. And I didn't, I had said hello to Karen when I got there, but I didn't know her before this event. I didn't know, whose company she was in. I didn't know anything really about her. And she just shared her story, and it like broke down the whole room, and it was just the most incredible moment. And then after the Vegas event, the feedback that Karen got and the messages I got saying, oh my gosh, who is that Karen gal, that gal that spoke? I want to friend her on Facebook. She really moved me. She motivated me. She impacted me. I felt like her, and I can relate to her. So just that moment, and she was so nervous, but she stepped outside her comfort zone and shared, and because of that bravery that she had, she impacted so many. And after you hear Karen's story, what I really am hoping that you take away from that is you never know. You never know when something you say or something you do might make a difference in someone's life. And maybe not even Unique related, right? But let's say that you are holding this gift in your hand and it's a unique opportunity, and shame on you if you don't offer it to everyone. Rich, poor, stable, unstable, male, female, you have this gift to give, and just share it and let them choose if it's right for them or not. But don't hold it. Don't hold it inside. You have to share it. This is our mission. This is our goal, and this is what will not only build our team, but will ripple effect change the world. So I'm going to let Karen introduce herself and share a little bit about herself and her story, and then I will pop back on when she's through, and we'll talk a little bit more about the 100 No's, kind of give you some tips and tricks, recommend this book, and I'll answer some questions. So go ahead, Karen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Karen Hewitt. I'm currently a Blue Status presenter with Unique, and I've been with Unique about a year. And the training in Vegas was 1 month ago, well, 1 month and 4 days ago now. And I drove from a neighboring state to actually go to the training because I just couldn't give up the idea of having these Black Status presenters so close and needing their knowledge that I wanted my business to succeed. And Haley was talking about how Unique empowers women and how it drives so much more, and it hit me so hard at that moment. So and I got to share my story to why Unique's very important to me. And what that is growing up, I wasn't very happy. I was bullied all through school, tormented. It got physical, name called. It was miserable, and it affected my entire life. I went from being bullied in high school and college to going into abusive relationships because I didn't think I deserved anything more. I didn't feel beautiful. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel like I could be that person. And about 16 months ago now, my daughter, who was 2, asked to wear makeup. And it was like, where is this coming from? I have no idea. I don't wear makeup. I never did. I was allergic to almost everything. So I was never one of the girls, at high school in the bathroom putting eyeliner and mascara on, because I'd break out in all these hives and be Stay Puft from Ghostbusters. And I found Unique because it was hypoallergenic, and then I started to play with it. And I was actually going to be a kidnapper. I just wanted all the makeup for the cheap price. I posted about it, and I got a sale. And somebody told me to take some selfies, and I was like, not going to happen. And over the course of the year, I've actually started to learn to appreciate how I look. I play with makeup, I take pictures, and it used to be that I was always the one behind the camera. When you go, I have 3 kids, and when you go through all 3 kids for all the pregnancies, normally you have all these pictures of women with a week 10, week 15, week 18. Me, this about to pop, holding baby, and that's it. Those have been the only pictures of me in my life for the last 15 years, because I didn't feel beautiful. I couldn't do it. But now you'll see me all over Facebook posting these pictures, and Unique has been so much more for me than just a financial opportunity. It's given me more. Yes, okay, it has helped us financially. It has helped my family. It has given us this other source of income. It's given me something that I'm passionate about. But it's also helped me discover who I am. It's helped me develop my own personality again. I used to be the little shy girl that stood in the back of the room, didn't say anything. It hid like that all the time. Every time someone tried to take a picture of me, they tended to get my hand up in the camera because I wasn't going to do it. And it's painful to think how all these years that people say things that are hurtful, that it really stays with people. And you don't realize how much like one comment can change someone's life. And now I use Unique as a way to try and use those one comment to change someone's life for a good reason, a positive reason. I want to tell them they're beautiful. I have a friend, she posted something, well, this is what I look like, but I don't want to. I'm like, oh no, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. And that's what we need to do. We need to empower other women to believe in themselves, and the opportunity has just become that for me now. It's become that chance to be more than who I thought I could be. And not only did that event in Vegas change my Unique career, because I was actually able to verbally open up, even though I was crying like a baby in front of the whole room. And right now I'm really nervous and try not to be, I promise. And it also changed so much more for me, because when you're there learning from other people who have been there and done that, they don't sit there and go, hey, guess what, I'm the top of the company and I'm just so awesome and you must suck if you're not. They don't do that. They turn around to you and they say, hey, we had a hard time. We struggled. Here are some of the things that we did that helped us grow forward. Here's some of the things that we want to challenge you to do. We want to see you here with us. There's none of this like in other companies where, oh, well, we're the cream of the crop and we don't want to deal with you. It's, no, hey, come join us, come be with us, come be on the same level with us. And I have to say, I love that about Unique. And going from that one event, it just completely, it changed everything. It made me more focused and more dedicated to my business and more determined to go to the next level in Unique and help other people. And the other thing that I learned from there was this group on Facebook that Haley did, which was called the 100 No's group. Now, I've heard about the 100 No's and I've heard different things. It doesn't work. Yeah, I kind of found out that was wrong. I went in there and at first I was a little skeptical. And for a couple of days, I wasn't really clicking with it. So I decided to print everything out and put it in my own little binder for it, and it actually gave me something to read with it in hand. And I have to tell you this, last month I moved house, So for about 2 weeks, I was packing, unpacking houses, doing all this kind of stuff. And yet in the last month, I've actually managed to almost double my personally enrolled team members on Unique than I have in my entire year. My last person before that was a year ago. I had struggled to recruit and sponsor people so much, and it took this and the training in Vegas to really push me out of my shell. And to say that I doubled my team, that's pretty cool. So I have to say, you want to be in these trainings. If there's a training close enough to you, find a way to get there. Convention, find a way. I went and bought a ticket and everything else, because I'm going to have to get there because these trainings make a difference. It's hard to make that connection with someone just over Facebook. They may be giving you awesome training on Facebook messages, groups, and videos. But when you're sat in a room and listening to them and actually seeing where the passion comes from and how they've done things to better themselves as presenters and what tricks and tips they have, and they give you all these crazy ideas that you're like, oh, why didn't I think of that? And that is really what takes your business from being okay to all-encompassing, because that's what it did for me. And I wanted to share that with you because I don't think we realize just how much these little things can do. I drove for nearly 7 hours to get to the training. And yes, we had to have a hotel stay and everything. My mother-in-law was happy with it because she got to gamble. But it was just so important to be there. So if there's a training in your state, find a way to get there. If it's in the next state, like it was for me, try and find a way to get there. Really try and find a way to get to convention. And also remember, not everybody needs this business just for, well, you can be a millionaire in 18 months. You might be someone like me who needs to discover who they are again and actually feel like they can be somebody, and give them the confidence and be able to talk to people and not hide from people like I used to do. I'm still getting out of my shell, and I'm still learning.
You're beautiful.
It made me want to push past that boundary, and it's really helped me grow as a person. I'm so grateful for that. You have no idea. But
you did it! You did it, Karen! I know you were so nervous. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I need a round of applause, because having met you in Vegas, I know that this takes so much courage for you, and I'm so grateful, and I respect it so much. So thank you for sharing that. So my takeaways from some of what you said, which I loved, the thing I loved the most is you said it's not just about the money, it's about this opportunity could change something. And just like words can hurt, words can heal. And so we as presenters with this incredible opportunity in this beautiful company, we have so much power and such a gift to share with others. And what if you could change someone's perspective and outlook about themselves, and how that might break a future cycle. A mother that maybe has some daughters, and now maybe this mother feels more confident and more beautiful, or just uplifted, empowered, and validated, and so now she has shifted how she mentors and mothers her own little girls. So we maybe are raising powerful young women that believe in themselves and find beauty in their uniqueness. And I love it, and I love you, Karen, and I'm so grateful, and I know how much courage that took, so thank you so much for sharing. So we want to kind of keep this call to about 20 minutes, so I'm going to share a couple of other ideas that I had for you. Oh, and Karen just got a shout out over. Thank you, Adana. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. Thanks for sharing with Karen that she did an awesome job. She did. It takes a lot of courage for people. Me, I'm kind of like, I'm out there. I'm a little bit crazy, but if you aren't that way, it takes a lot to muster that up. So kudos. Okay, so I wanted to give you 2 tips. So we're working on our 100 no's, and like Karen said, it is hugely beneficial if you can print the whole program out. All of the files that you need are located in the Files tab. Print those out and put them in a binder. so that it's a physical, you can make notes and make changes and add papers, and it's a physical thing that you can carry with you when you go to the coffee shop and work on it or whatever. So definitely I agree with her tip about printing it out. I think that is huge. I know that was huge for me. Mommy contact cards. I'm going to talk a little bit about mommy contact cards. I just did a hangout with my friend Jacqueline, and we were talking about mommy contact cards, which are different than business cards. And maybe they don't have those in your community. You can get them on Vistaprint. Just Google them, mommy contact cards. Basically, it's a business card, but it's not a business card. So it's just a mommy contact card. Your name, your phone number, maybe your kids' names. You can add your website there, but it's not a business card, so you don't feel salesy when you're sharing it. So in my mind, where this comes in handy is when you're at the park with your kids, at mommy play dates, mommy and me groups. Maybe you're at your kids' hockey game or soccer game or basketball or gymnastics, and you meet someone and you just say, hey, do you have a mommy contact card? And they might say yes, they might say no, depending on your community, if anybody's heard of them. Even if they say yes or say no, and even if you've had I told Jacqueline this, I said, even if you've had your mommy contact cards for 6 months, you want to act like this is the first, you just got them in the mail yesterday. And so what you would do is say, hey, Karen, it's so great to meet you. Do you have a mommy contact card? Let's exchange information. I'd love to set up a play date or something with the kids. And Karen might say, I don't. I don't even know what you're talking about. You're crazy. Oh, I just got mine in the mail. Aren't they adorable? Here's mine. And you hand her your mommy contact card. And it's normally in that situation you might be inclined to hand a business card, but sometimes the softer sell is better, right? So on the mommy contact card, you might just say, find me on Facebook. My Facebook information is on this card. I love to connect with other moms. It's not about selling, right? It's about networking and relationship building. So just do a little bit of research on mommy contact cards. I'm sure they're all over Pinterest and YouTube, and you can get them on Vistaprint, and I saw them on Shutterfly.com, had some really cute ones. And there's always discount codes on Shutterfly.com. And of course, as you know, always discount codes on Vistaprint. So look up mommy contact cards. And if it's not a financial hardship for you, maybe get a few and use those when you're connecting specifically with moms, other moms of children that you're going to meet in your community, same age children at school and things like that. Another tip that I had is when you are, and I don't like the word prospecting, it drives me crazy, but I'm going to say it. When you're prospecting, and let's say that you found someone that you really think would be an incredible addition to your team, or somebody that you think could really use the income opportunity, we need to step up our level of professionalism, right? We need to go a little bit above and beyond. And so I have a tip for you on that. So let's say that I see Karen's Facebook post. Karen, sorry, I'm just going to use you as an example. We see Karen's Facebook post, and I really think that she would be great for my team, and I really think that maybe this opportunity would be incredible for her. So before I approach her about it, what I might do is go to her Facebook page and read through the last month or so of her posts. Now, this might take a little bit of time, but I really feel like it's valuable. Yet, figure out what the tone of Karen's life is. So, and you can pick up clues. It's a little CSI, a little SVU action, put on your detective hat, but pick up kind of some verbal cues that maybe she has shared. Maybe you learned that she has recently enrolled her daughter in gymnastics. That is perfect. When you see your friends or people on Facebook, maybe you've never even reached out to them yet, but that they have children that are in activities, that is an open door for you to approach that person about your business. So I might say something to her like, hey Karen, I noticed you posting adorable pictures of Susie Q in her gymnastics outfit. Isn't it, so much fun when they start getting old enough to participate in sports? I know that I'm really thankful for my unique business because it helps me pay for my children's activities. Have you ever considered starting your own business? And then just leave it at that and see what she says. Now, I'm just kind of, throwing that out there, so take it and mold it and work with it and twist it around to make it make sense for you and for that specific person. But hopefully you kind of get what I'm talking about. Another way, or something you also might see once you investigate someone's Facebook page and really read through, is maybe they love to travel, right? So, oh my gosh, I see that you love to travel, and have you considered the unique opportunity to pay for your vacation? Something like that. Like, expand on that and personalize that, but that would be a cue that I would look for. And then there are some negative cues you could kind of keep your eyes open for. Maybe somebody that isn't happy with their job. Somebody that is like kind of concerned they might be downsized, or maybe their spouse might be downsized. So maybe you see something, if I go to Karen's page and I happen to notice, like she's got a lot of like, oh, it's Monday, I hate my job, I hate Mondays, blah, blah, blah. Somebody that hates Mondays, that's an open door for you when you are prospecting and finding people to work with on your team, right? You have a solution to these things. You have a solution to these people's problems. And sometimes it's up to you to remind them what their pain is and then provide them a solution. So I might say something like, Karen, what's up with Mondays? You keep saying you hate Mondays. What's going on? And just let her respond. Oh, I have a new boss. Oh my gosh, my coworkers are idiots, blah, blah, blah. And then, I can totally relate. I am so thankful I get to work from home. Have you ever thought about building your own business so that you didn't have to go to work 9 to 5 anymore, or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's up to you to figure that part out. But hopefully that kind of gives you some tips. Last year, I think it might have been the year before, either 2013, I think it was 2013 actually, there was a mandatory government furlough, right? So the government put a bunch of people on furlough. And oh my goodness, Facebook blew up with women specifically. Well, I say that because that's what I see, because most of my friends on Facebook are women, but with things like, oh my gosh, my husband's on furlough. How am I going to make my rent? How am I going to make my car payment? I have no milk. I have no diapers. It was everywhere. It was traumatic. It hurt my heart. It was also an opportunity for me to reach out to these people. Back then, we got paid every day. Now we're paid, as you know, every 3 hours. But back then, it was every day. And so it was a perfect window of opportunity for me. And I would reach out to them. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry that your husband was put on mandatory furlough. How can we come up with a way for you to gather $100 together and start your own unique business? We pay you every day. If you need money, you just go hustle, and you're paid that day. So think about these things. Bottom line, do your research. Take some time to get to know that person. Connect with their likes and their dislikes. And you might think that you know a lot about me, for example, because you see my posts pop up on your wall, but they're mingled in with a bunch of other posts. It's really not until you go to someone's page and you read just their posts for a month or a couple weeks or whatever that you really start to really truly connect with people and can speak to their life and common interests and find these links to build your network. So I hope that maybe that's a helpful tip for you. I also wanted to talk about if you have one person on your team, you're a leader. One person is all it takes. You should be a leader before you actually have a person on your team. In fact, I posted a call in the 100 No's group this morning. I encouraged everyone to listen to, and it was done by Nicole Smith, and it's about having a leader mindset. So definitely dial in and listen to that when you have time. And that, like I said, that link is posted in the 100 No's group. But when we were first building our business, we would do lots of leaders would do these little amazing races, right? Like the company had a race to 10,000 presenters, race to 10K, we called it. And then within our own little groups and own little teams, we did races. So if you have even one person on your team, I encourage you to come up with some kind of amazing race platform. So I am working with my friend Kimberly, who's a leader in my downline, and we are developing an amazing race for her team. So I'm going to use her as an example. So where did I put, here it is. Okay. She currently has 23 people in her company. And so we set a goal for her that our goal for her is 40 people by the end of April. And so we kind of came up with her rock stars, who her top 5 rock stars are. I'm going to reach out to them because I'm her sponsor, and so I'm doing this with her together. And we're going to do some challenges, and we're going to run this amazing race for April, and the goal is to get to 40 people. If we hit our 40 people goal by the end of April, everyone in the whole company, on her company, that added a team member will receive a prize. And then we're doing other little mini gifting opportunities, incentive opportunities within that as well. So whoever sponsors the most gets a prize. Whoever sponsors the most, but then have the most activated, right? Because it's not just about numbers as far as how many can you get on your team, but it's about getting them active and going in their business. Maybe we do, the first person to sponsor someone in a target zip code that you come up with. So maybe you do a presenter search on the U.S. map, or the first person to sponsor someone in New Zealand, or whatever. So come up with some target and gift giving, some incentive giving opportunities for you that's specific to your team, that speaks to your team, and come up with an amazing race platform. And let's see if we can't get these teams going. You can build your own team wide, and you can also mentor your team to build deep. And this is ultimately what's going to serve you the best. So come up with an amazing race platform. And remember, we don't bribe people to sell in this company. We don't, sell 500 and you get this. We're not bribing anyone to perform. We're rewarding those who are taking their business and taking control of it and growing their business. So look at it as a reward system and encourage them to produce and perform based on these. Your goals for your team should be a little bit higher than what you think they can realistically accomplish, right? We want them to reach for these things. We don't want them to be easy for them. And you can also do little incentives for individual team members. And I'm not talking like a Coach purse and Gucci sunglasses. I'm talking like a $5 Starbucks gift card, a little, maybe you product swap with a 31 rep, and so you get those little $6, I have one handy, pouches that are catalogs. It can be something inexpensive and something simple. But you're creating a team unity. Everybody knows what your mission is. Okay, our goal, we're doing an amazing race to 40 by the end of April. So we have 3 weeks. This is what we're doing. And if you hit these targets, you are entered to win these things. Or if you meet this goal, you automatically receive this reward. So think about how you can craft an amazing race for your own team. I finished reading this book for the 4th time, and I went through the highlighter. It's all highlighted and stuff, but I really liked it. It's the 4-Year Career, and it's the 4th edition. Here, I'm gonna try to. I know there's a light there. My husband makes fun of a spotlight when I'm doing my webinar. So this is it, the 4-Year Career. Keep your eye open at a thrift store for these. I always say on all my webinars, hit your thrift stores and grab every book you can for $1 to $2 to $3 each. Start building your personal development library. But anyway, I read this again. I love it. I think it's great for new team members. So when you're done reading yours, consider gifting it to someone in your downline. But it's full of really great little snippets of information. But I wanted you to noodle this whole tidbit through. So according to Richard Bliss Brooke, page 8. There's no way that's page 8. Oh, chapter 2, page 8. He said the asset value of your network marketing income will be approximately 200 times your monthly income. So, for example, if you're earning $5,000 a month in residual royalty income, you can rely on it continuing. Your residual income could be worth $1 million. Okay, so why did I bring this up? Because the more presenters on your team, the more zeros on your paycheck. Bree Richardson says that all the time, and she is absolutely right. If you want more zeros on your paycheck, you need to build your team. And it's not just about you making $500 a month or $200 a month. It's about you need to look bigger. You need to look at your big picture. And Unique has given us an additional incredible opportunity that not all network marketing companies offer, and that is that your business is willable. So if I've already done mine, because mine's high value, if you use his formula, 200 times my monthly income, I won't share with you what that is, but it's a big number, and I'm super excited about that. So I have all my paperwork done, and so if something happens to me, my business goes to my husband. If something happens to him, it goes to our children. And they can choose to sell it or they can choose to work it. But Unique is giving you this opportunity to do this. Do you guys know that? Do you know that if you were a Mary Kay rep, you don't have that option? So you could build your beautiful Mary Kay business for 10, 15 years. And unless I'm mistaken, it's my understanding, I could be wrong, but it's my understanding that you die, your business dies. It rolls up to your upline. So this company is providing so many gifts. And isn't that a speaking point if you're looking to network with somebody or prospecting or talking to someone about the income opportunity? Isn't that an incredible thing? You can build this business and gift it to someone, and it could be anyone. I can go back to my corporate America job that I retired from, where I was making a multiple six-figure income, and if I got killed in a car accident, my husband would get my 401k and my IRA benefit, my death benefit, but that's it. Nothing long-term, nothing for the rest of their life. My great-great-great-grandchildren would never benefit from that, but with this income opportunity, they can, and I just think that that's a beautiful, incredible thing, so that was worth mentioning. So anyway, the 4-year career, go get it. eBay, Amazon, whatever used book website that you can find. Let me just double check my notes. If anybody has any questions, pop over and comment. Oh, one more thing. Okay, so at the last home party I did a couple weeks ago, wasn't by most people's definition, not a great turnout. 3 people showed up. It was me and the hostess, so there were 5 of us total. But I actually loved it. We all sat down and we were visiting and playing in the products, and it was great. One-on-one privately, I offered the income opportunity, I offered the business opportunity to each of the 3 guests at the party and the hostess. And just one-on-one. So like when I was having a glass of wine with one of the girls in the kitchen, I was like, hey, have you ever thought about starting your own business? What do you think? Do you have any network marketing experience? 2 of them said no, but one of them said yes. And her name is Rose. And because she said yes, then I gifted Rose all of the orders from that party. So why am I sharing that with you? Anytime you can get off the internet, of course, you can offer the opportunity to those as well, but it's nothing compared to what you can do in person with people in person, face to face. I challenge you each to try to book a home party this month. Our bundle that we have right now is incredible. It makes a beautiful gift. So try to have a home party, upsell that bundle, focus on that bundle, but then I challenge you also to approach each person at that party and just offer it to them. And don't tell them what your plan is until someone says yes. And the person that says yes, gift them those orders from that party. That's their group of friends in the first place, right? And gets her off to a great start, gets her some positive action in her business. And I just think that is another great way to build your business and build loyalty and some networking and some teamwork. So I hope that maybe that helps too. Okay, good. We're at our half hour. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. And we have some more congratulations. We're proud of you, Karen. Candy says she's happy, and she was super great to get to know you more. So that's really exciting. So thank you again, Karen, for sharing your story. This link to this hangout will be available in about an hour or so. So keep an eye on the group, on the 100 No's group, and I'll post it there. But you can always find it on my YouTube channel, or ask your mentor or your upline elite to find the link for you if you need it. So I hope you found something useful here. Have a great day. Congratulations, and keep working your 100 No's.